Ever notice how in fantasy stories, there's always some enchanted object that grants wishes
Yeah.
or reveals hidden truths,
Right.
like a magic lamp or a mystical sword.
Yeah.
We're taking a deep dive into one of those today,
Okay.
the Magick Mirror.
Interesting.
We're cracking open how to get anything you want. Make a Magick Mirror
Okay.
by Mike Nach.
Mm-hmm.
Forget those fairy tale versions.
Okay.
This book claims you can use these mirrors for everything from, say, manifesting a new car to, wait for it,
Okay.
exorcism.
Exorcism. Wow.
Yeah, you heard that right.
Interesting.
But before we start vetting potential demons,
Okay.
let's back up a bit.
Right.
What exactly makes a mirror magic anyway?
Well, the idea of using reflective surfaces for divination and mystical purposes has been around for centuries. Really?
Ancient cultures used pools of water, polished metals, anything that could offer a glimpse into the unseen.
Oh, interesting.
So the concept itself isn't new.
It's like those myths and fairy tales that always seem to have a kernel of truth hidden within them, right?
Exactly. What Mike Nach does is take this age-old concept and try to break it down into a practical system.
Okay.
He argues that magic mirrors can tap into a universal energy field he calls akashic fluid.
Akashic fluid. Okay, now things are getting interesting.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Nach describes it as a kind of intelligent energy that permeates everything, a cosmic database that holds the record of all that has been, is, and ever will be.
Wow.
He believes that a properly constructed magic mirror can act as a receiver for this energy,
Okay.
allowing the user to interact with it.
And even influence reality itself.
So like a psychic 3D printer.
Yeah.
But instead of plastic, it's using this akashic stuff to make things happen.
That's the basic premise.
Okay.
Though I'll admit that's where some healthy skepticism comes in handy.
Okay. Yeah.
While the idea of a universal energy field resonates with many spiritual traditions,
Right.
modern science hasn't exactly found a way to measure or quantify this akashic fluid.
So we're entering the realm of believe it or not then.
Perhaps.
I have to say, my curiosity is officially piqued.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Whether or not you buy into all the claims, the book offers a fascinating look at the intersection of ancient wisdom, modern spirituality, and the power of human intention.
All right, so we've got this akashic fluid potentially swirling around us, ready to be harnessed. What I want to know is, how does a mirror supposedly tap into that?
Okay.
Are we talking about your average bathroom variety here?
Not quite.
Okay.
Nach details how to create two types of magic mirrors,
Okay.
metallic and organic.
Okay.
The metallic ones, he describes, involve a rather spendy shopping list of planetary metals like gold and silver.
Okay, so maybe not a DIY project for your average crafter, unless you've got a gold mine handy.
Right. He does offer a more accessible option with the organic mirror, which uses more readily available materials.
Okay.
Interestingly, he suggests a combination of plants, herbs, a touch of food preservative.
Hold on, food preservative.
Yeah.
Like the stuff you put in pickles.
Precisely.
Wow.
It seems the key here isn't so much the ingredients themselves, but rather their symbolic significance.
Right.
And the intention imbued in them by the user.
So it's not about the literal gold attracting wealth.
Right.
But more about the centuries of associating gold with prosperity and how that belief gets channeled through the mirror.
That's the idea.
Okay.
Nach connects this back to the akashic fluid.
Right.
Suggesting that by imbuing the mirror with intention, you're essentially programming it to interact with this universal energy field in a specific way.
Almost like those old school computers where you had to input commands in a very specific language for it to work.
Yes.
In this case, the language is symbolism and intention.
A fitting analogy.
Wow, that's pretty wild.
And just like with those computers, the output depends on the input. The clearer and more focused your intention, the more likely you are to get the desired result.
So no hastily scribbled sticky notes on this magic mirror then?
Perhaps not. Nach stresses the importance of focus and visualization.
Okay.
He even suggests incorporating practices like meditation and energy work to enhance the mirror's effectiveness.
So we're talking about a whole system here, not just a quick fix for manifesting a winning lottery ticket.
It seems that way.
Okay.
And speaking of manifesting, the book goes beyond material desires.
Okay.
According to Nach, A magic mirror can be used for a whole range of purposes.
Like what?
From attracting love and improving health to even things like astral projection and time travel.
Okay, now we're getting into some seriously mind-bending territory.
Yeah.
Astral projection, time travel, those are some bold claims.
They are, and it's worth noting that these concepts often veer into the realm of esoteric knowledge and personal belief systems.
Right.
There's not exactly a scientific consensus on the possibility of time travel or hopping between dimensions, at least not yet.
But that doesn't mean we can't explore the possibilities, right?
Absolutely.
After all, what's a good deep dive without venturing into the unknown?
I completely agree.
I like the way you think.
Thank you.
So let's dive into some of these potential applications.
Okay.
If someone were to use a magic mirror for, say, attracting love.
Yes.
What would that even look like?
Well, it's not as simple as conjuring a soulmate out of thin air.
Right.
Ness emphasizes the importance of ethical considerations, particularly when it comes to influencing the free will of others.
Right.
He stresses that the mirror shouldn't be used to manipulate or control.
So no love spells to make your crush fall head over heels?
Not quite. The idea is more about aligning yourself with the energy of love and becoming a magnet for a healthy, fulfilling relationship.
So more about inner work and less about forcing external outcomes.
Precisely.
Gotcha.
Nach suggests using the mirror for introspection, for understanding your own desires and patterns in relationships. It's about becoming the best version of yourself.
Okay.
To attract a partner who aligns with your authentic self.
It's almost like the mirror becomes a tool for self-discovery.
Yes.
Helping you clarify what you truly want in a partner and in life in general.
Exactly. And that clarity of intention, that alignment with your deepest desires, is what Nach believes ultimately fuels the manifestation process.
So we've covered love, but what about something a bit more tangible?
Okay.
Let's say someone wants to manifest a new car.
Right.
Maybe even that Lamborghini we jokingly mentioned earlier.
Okay.
How would the magic mirror factor into that?
Well, according to Nach, the principle remains the same.
Okay.
Whether you're hoping to attract love, a new job, or, yes, even a luxury car, the key is the clarity and strength of your intention.
Okay.
He suggests starting with smaller, more achievable goals.
Okay.
To build up your manifestation muscles, so to speak.
So maybe start with manifesting a parking spot right out front.
Exactly.
And work your way up to the Lamborghini. It's fascinating how this all ties back to the power of belief and visualization. Even if you set aside the more exoteric aspects of akashic fluid, there's a growing body of research on how visualization techniques can actually impact our physical reality. From improving athletic performance to even promoting healing.
Absolutely. The placebo effect is a prime example.
Right.
When people believe they're receiving a powerful treatment, their bodies often respond accordingly.
Right.
Even if they're just getting a sugar pill.
So maybe using a magic mirror is a way of hacking into that placebo effect.
Perhaps.
On a deeper level, by tapping into our subconscious beliefs and desires.
It's certainly an intriguing possibility. And that's what makes this whole topic so compelling.
Yeah.
Whether you approach it from a purely scientific perspective or embrace a more mystical worldview, there's something undeniably fascinating about the idea of harnessing the power of our minds to shape our reality.
Speaking of mind-bending possibilities, we haven't even touched on the book's claims about using the mirror for things like astral travel and time travel.
Right.
What are we to make those ideas?
Those are undoubtedly the most speculative applications Nach presents.
Okay.
He suggests that with enough practice and focus, the magic mirror can become a portal to other realms, other times, even other versions of ourselves.
Okay. Now that's a lot to unpack.
Sure.
Are we talking about literally stepping into a different time period?
Yeah.
Or more like accessing memories or glimpses of potential futures?
That's where things get a bit murky. Nach draws parallels to the concept of the akashic records, suggesting that all time and space might exist simultaneously within this universal energy field. He believes the magic mirror can allow us to tap into that field and access information or experiences beyond our normal perception.
So less about physically traveling through time and more about expanding our consciousness to perceive reality in a different way.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that our linear understanding of time and space might be just one facet of a much grander, more interconnected reality.
It's like when you try to explain the concept of the internet to someone who's never experienced it. It sounds like pure science fiction.
Yeah.
The idea that we can access information from all over the world instantly. And yet, here we are.
Precisely. And perhaps someday we'll look back on these concepts of astral projection and time travel with the same sense of wonder and acceptance. Or maybe we'll discover entirely new possibilities that we can't even fathom yet.
That's the beauty of exploration, isn't it?
It is.
Whether we're diving into the pages of a book or delving into the mysteries of the universe, there's always something new to discover, something to challenge our assumptions and expand our understanding of what's possible.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, that about wraps up our deep dive.
It does.
Into the world of magic mirrors.
Yes.
And the intriguing ideas presented in Mike Nach's book, How to Get Anything You Want, Make a Magic Mirror.
Very interesting stuff.
Whether you're a seasoned occultist or just curious about the power of the mind.
Right.
This book offers a thought-provoking exploration of ancient wisdom. Modern spirituality, and the potential of human intention.
It does.
As always, we encourage you to keep an open mind.
Yes.
Explore different perspectives. Maybe even try a little magic of your own.
Have fun.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and until next time, keep looking for the magic in the everyday.